Yo, what's up, everybody? Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for pressing play and making your way to my channel. Can you please do me a huge favor before we get into this next episode? Can you please hit that subscribe button? Go ahead and find it right now and smash it, obliterate it for me one time. It'll be greatly appreciated. Obviously, it'll help my channel grow. If you see the like, give me a bunch of thumbs up. I can take all of them that you are willing to give me. And of course, leave me some comments. Let's chit chat. Let's talk it up. So again, before we get into anything else, smash that subscribe, hit the likes. You already know how to share it and repost it across all social medias. Go ahead and do that for me one time. But thank you guys for being here. Please stay tuned, and I hope you thoroughly enjoy this next episode on In House Convos. Thank you. All right, yo, what's up, everybody? Marc the Franchise here. I'm back with my homeboy, my brother, the one and only street legend, certified 213 Rone, my brother Big Mig, and we are on In House Convos. My brother Big Mig, what it do?
What it do, my brother? I'm so very thankful for you to let me speak my piece and let me know what I'm all about.
I'm gonna give you a little info about yourself. Some pointers at the end of this. Hey, Mig, you didn't do too good.
Yeah, okay, shit.
No, my brother, this has been such a long time coming. This has been something we've talked about doing, we've thought about doing. It started happening slowly, and we're finally here. So, dude, I'm honored. I'm grateful.
Well, I gotta say that you have a lot of talent, and you're the type of individual that thinks things out, and here we are. You envisioned it.
Thank you. I honestly do. I really, not to toot my own horn or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? But dude, I've always had visions. I've always had thoughts and ideas and game plans, and it's like my thing is just like everybody else's problem, where it's like you just don't get started. And I learned you just got to do shit. You got to just go do it. And like I said, I don't know anything about podcasting. I don't know anything about any of this equipment, how it worked. And I'm still trying to learn. I'm still trying to find other like podcasters I can sit with so I can see their software or what equipment they use, so I can, maybe switch my shit around and just something that's a little bit easier,
Okay.
But like, yeah, I have these visions, I have these thoughts, and one thing leads to another, and I just told myself, stop being afraid, stop being scared, just go do it, because if I don't make a move and I don't do something, nothing's gonna happen anyways.
So, what's your ultimate goal?
Like with the podcasting, music, everything?
Period. In life, what's your, because, as they say, we all must have goals, right? We gotta have short-term goals, long-term goals. So what's your short-term goal as far as the podcast sitch, and what's your long-term goal overall with your career?
All right. So I'll start with the overall before the short term. Overall goal, when all is said and done, and I don't have to do music anymore and all that, I would love to be behind the scenes. Not that I don't want to tour and I don't want to do these intimate shows or overseas and fill up a whole passport book. Not that I don't want to do any of that, but my goal was, since I started, was to be behind the scenes.
And when you say behind the scenes, do you want to be the ones helping the artists, like, hey, this is how we should do it? Or are you thinking more of like the business aspect of it?
You know what? If that avenue presents itself to help the artist out and guide them, because nobody showed me anything, like maybe to kind of steer them and either get them started or get them from the next level, whatever. If that avenue presents itself at the end of the road for me, then, absolutely. But ideally, selfishly, I've always wanted to end up being like a ghostwriter or a published, established writer. Okay. So where I can be writing songs or hits for anybody else, and then I just get to sit back and they can, pay me and do their thing. They can go tour and whatever, but I just get, royalties, residuals, whatever, or upfront money. You know what I'm saying? That's my ultimate goal, because I'm sacrificing time with my family, so I can have time with my family, and if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's my end goal.
Okay. Have you ever met an artist where you're like, fuck, if I had that opportunity, he should do it like this, like that. Because you're a little older now. It's not like when you started. So now you're to a point where you can be a mentor.
I have. I've seen artists. I've come across artists where I would like to give my input, but I'm not established, and I know that. I'm still at the bottom of the food chain, like, so it's like I can give my input, but if I'm not where these guys want to be, it's kind of like, why would they listen to me?
Okay. Let's compare it to the NBA. You like sports, right?
Yeah.
So JJ Redick, he's about to be the coach of the Lakers.
Right.
And he has no like a real resume where you can say this guy has taught this. He taught his kids in basketball. So he's able to get LeBron James and all these superstars. Why can't you maybe teach some youngster or maybe an older cat, and if they see your vision? And is it because maybe you don't feel comfortable enough, or is it because what?
Well, all right. So for JJ Redick, my thing is he's already made it to the NBA. He's already been an established elite player.
Good point.
You know what I'm saying?
Good point.
So in order for that, like, to translate for me, I would have to have been on crazy tours, and I'm not
at least a tour as a
main headliner, and I'm not talking about like these, you know, like lefty gunplay, no shot, no shade, no disrespect, but like lefty or you know, any of like the lower tiers.
Damn cats.
I would have to be, you know, touring right with the Game, Drake, Kendrick.
Okay.
You know, Chance the Rapper when he was doing it, like that realm of, okay, you're up there, you know, Travis Scott, Uzi, you know.
But
to be able to step back and be like, all right, look, this is the path I took. This is what it cost. This is the investment. This is who I trusted. This is who I stood away from. Like right now, for the lower tier guys, like the guys that are still like me, I still give input to them, and I still tell certain artists, hey, don't fuck with this guy. Steer clear of this company or promotion company that's trying to do events. And you know, I've been through the ringer with some of these people already, and back and forth and shit.
Do they hustle you for money? Do you feel sometimes?
Oh, a lot of times they try to, because a lot of it's false, like narrative. Some people will be like, hey,
I can do this and that.
Yeah, we're going to put on an event. All right, check this out. You're a new artist. Hey, 213 Rone. I hear you're up and coming artist. You're badass. You spit like this. That's perfect, because my event needs that style. Come rock with me. Come hit my stage. And in your head, damn, you're looking at me. You're coming after me. Okay, cool. Yeah. Okay, you're down to get on? And you're like, okay, yeah, I'm down. It's gonna be like $100 or $200. I'll give you 4 songs. I'll give you 10 minutes. I'll give you this and that. And it's like, wait a minute. You just hustle me because you shouted me out. You said you respect my style. You know, X, Y, and Z me. But then you're gonna charge me. If you really want me, you're not gonna charge me.
You're gonna pay for me
to be there. Yeah.
Yeah.
So a lot of these guys, they get hustled by the sweet words at the beginning.
Just like in life.
And then not even that. Okay, so here's another way they'll come at you. Hey, you want to perform? It's going to be whatever, but we're going to have like 100 people there. You're only performing, let's say, a year, 2 years in. Your average attendance is 5-10 people, whatever.
So that's the thing. They question, or they value you as much as individuals that you can bring into the crowd.
That, but they're trying to sell their event on how many people are going to be there, because they've seen what you've done and crowds you performed in front of, and whatever. It's only been, you know, 10 people here, 5 there, 20 there, whatever, you know. So that they'll tell you, well, I'm going to have 100 people there, because they know these artists don't know how to grow in the game, that they just want to post content like, oh, I'm popping. Instead of taking the route where, no, I need to be performing in front of 5 people, 10 people, because I need to build my stage presence.
Yes.
I need to build my skill. I need to build the right song and the right set. Like, I need to go through this.
So
So a lot of these guys get hustled up front. Oh damn, 100 people. My second performance, I'm down. What they don't tell you is okay. It's gonna be, for instance, a half comedy, half music show, right? We're gonna book 20 comedians. We're gonna book 30 artists. That's 50 people that they're counting for the 100.
So you're getting 2 minutes.
No, you'll get your 2 songs. You'll get your 10 minutes or whatever. Or if you want to pay, then you can get whatever. But like I'm saying, they just told you, hey, you're gonna get to perform in front of 100 people because I know 100 people for sure are gonna be there. Why?
Expand your fan base.
Yeah, but they're gonna tell you all that because they're gonna tell you there's gonna be 100 people there, and I know that. But what they don't know that I know now is 100 people are gonna be there because 30 are gonna be artists, 20 are gonna be comedians.
Wow.
Then you're gonna have 10 vendors that are gonna have 2 people per booth. So that's like 40 people right there, or no, 20 people right there. So already you're at like 70 heads. So it's like 70 heads.
And
it's
30,
like
and 30 people that are going to come and watch the show.
Yeah. So then and that's what these artists don't get. Okay, is it really worth the $100, 200, 500, whatever they're being charged or pushed to hit their whatever amount of time or whatever amount of songs for now just these 30 people that these guys said it was 100, but it's really like 30 or 20, if that? Or should you just keep rocking your sets for 5 people, 10 people, whatever, and keep building?
You're better off.
And you see, people don't get that. Those artists don't get that. So there's things that I'll tell these other artists, and I'll let them know. And a lot of times, that's why I'm so cool with a handful of artists, real artists.
I've noticed you're very friendly with most people that we meet. I would say 99.9% that everybody that comes across you, pro Marc. They love Marc. Marc the franchise, by the way.
You already know. Shout out.
Hey.
But yeah, so it's like that's why I have that rep with the other artists, because it's like I don't want them to get fucked over and deal with whatever, but I'll put them on game and be like, hey, just hustle. Don't fall for this bullshit. Or if I know certain event throwers or promoters that we just want somebody to get on stage, I'll shoot my guys their way. Go get some stage time, because they won't get charged, they won't get hustled. Or I'll tell them, if you think you can sell tickets, then go talk to this guy. If you can push tickets, go talk to that guy. Hell yeah. Because if you can...
It's actually pretty good.
All right.
It has like a little good taste to it.
Because if you can sell tickets, get some money back, put on a show, and then
Can
they'll
I
bring
ask
you
you
back.
something? I've always wondered, do artists kind of buy tickets and have their friends to make it look like they have a big following?
Yeah, for sure.
Is that a thing?
But sometimes they'll buy tickets and just give them out just to like have their people there, like for the support.
The
So
homies.
Yeah, so it's not even for like...
Because I've always thought, like, you can push an artist. It depends just how much money you got.
Mm-hmm.
So let's say an individual has X amount of money and wants to push an artist. Do you think that would work? Let's say they got, I don't know, throw a number out there. Let's say real small number, 20 grand.
Oh, easily.
And what could they do for that artist?
Okay, so what they don't tell you is a lot of these shows that are going on at the Garden app, that are going on in La Santa, that are going on at
Yost.
the Yost.
Yeah.
It costs maybe like $1,000 to $2,000 to get on.
Because you were at the Yost.
Yeah.
You performed at the Yost.
Yeah. So, well, just all right. So for that example, me being at the Yost, I paid up front, but then I had tickets on the back end. So I sold tickets, got my money back, or I break even.
Okay.
Or if I just want people to show up, discount. If I take a loss, whatever. But at least I get my friends to come in and have a good time because it's cannabis shows.
Yeah, and it's
You know what I'm saying?
it's a cool venue. Yeah. Shout out to the Yost. Cool venue.
Shout out to the Yost.
Yeah.
Shout out to the Cannabis Awards Music Festival. Shout out Sheldon Cooper.
That's right. You always, man. You know which one was really fun when I knew, like, oh shit, I like hanging out with Marc. I mean, I like you as a person because you're a cool dude. Anybody that ever met this guy knows he's a fucking solid ass dude. But man, when we went to that Adelanto concert.
Oh,
That
Kush
was
Talk?
fun. That was fun.
Well, which one? Because we've been to 3 or 2
The
together.
first one.
The very first one? When I had the white jersey?
Yes, and then with like the friend that, you know.
Yeah.
Who introduced.
When I took the
with
bus,
the van.
the van.
You know, that's when I
yeah.
met Chris, head of security.
Oh,
Shout
yeah.
out to the head of security.
That was
Rhino.
a night. That was a night my head of security and my legal team got together.
That's right. That's when we met. We're like, oh, dude, you're kind of cool. Oh, you like a Raider fan too? Oh, and a Laker fan. Yeah, we in here. And then we like the same music. Oh, cool ass dude. In fact, he just got tattooed today by Milk.
Oh
Good
shit! Shout
you
out
see
Milk.
it?
Shout out
Yes.
Milk.
You
Huge
saw
shout
that?
out to my brother Milk.
Did you see that?
It was clean. That shit was clean, dude.
That's right. In fact, he did a few. That's why I'm wearing no shirt today, because I want people to see the work that he did on me. So, you know, if you guys want tattoos, hit the homie up.
Just when I post this, go to the description link, and then you'll see all the Instagram links or emails, and you can just shoot messages. And if you want to get tattooed, come on the podcast. If you want to chop it up with anything legal, you know what I'm saying? We got you. If you want to get my head of security, tell them franchise, and you'll get a discount, I think.
Apparently, I don't know. Hey, what did that guy say, Fat Joe? He said yesterday's prices are not today's prices.
Yeah.
So
it's gonna go
it might
up.
go up a little bit.
It'll go up. But still, you know, take advantage now before it's, you know, priced out. You know what I'm saying?
That's the camera. It keeps going off. God damn it. Who's in the front? Anywho, so let's talk about more things.
But I want to get back to what you were saying, because that was interesting about pushing an artist for 20.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So I want to get back to that, because like I said,
it's a real number. It's a legit number.
Because
it's not much, but it's a real number.
Yeah, and getting on like I said, on one of those stages, like if I wanted the one that got canceled with Mac 10.
Oh, it did at the
Garden Amp, right?
Yeah.
And it just got canceled, right? For the end of July.
It sounds like not many people are down with.
Okay, so if I wanted to get on stage, I know the promoter who I can hit up, where I can pay, get tickets, sell, and then get on. If I wanted to do that, like I said, that'd be like a G.
Damn.
So, right there, out of the 20, okay, now I got 19 left. Now, let's go finance a couple music videos.
Okay.
Because I do all the music in-house.
It's cheaper now, too, to do a video.
Yeah, and
Back then, you could spend $1 million.
And if you do it in bundles with the same videographer and the same team, it's even cheaper. Because if it's a one-off thing, they're going to charge you X amount. But it's like, hey, look, I want to drop in the next course of 6 months 1 video a month. Let's go shoot videos. 2 videos per month. Let's go shoot 12 videos. They're going to be like, you know what? Because you're coming back, whatever, it's this amount now. It's a flat rate and it's cheap. It's, you know, it's cheaper. The only thing that's going to come out of pocket is paying for the space to record the video at. Studios, locations, shit like that.
Okay. And I believe there's like a whole thing going on with, because, you know, in LA, they have the whole studios, and then they're like in strike. So a lot of movies are not going on. So there's people that are not working right now.
Oh yeah, so I'm sure you can get someone who's out of work
that
wants to get some side.
That's where I'm going.
So let's just say $3,000, if that.
Right.
If that, right? $3,000. So now we're down to $16,000 to mess with.
Mm-hmm.
Lace the whole team up in gear, make everybody look uniform. So when we pull up to a spot, you know, if we're gonna jump on the show, rent the limo or whatever.
So if you guys see us on the limo, you know what happened.
You already know we got finance.
Somebody had $20,000 to spend.
You know what I'm saying? but that's what I'm saying. So then you push it like that, and then now, when it comes to the shows, now you might have to fork a little extra for some extra tickets, and be like, look, I need you guys to pull up. I need your team to come out. And before you know it, you jam pack a place out that was only supposed to hold, let's say it was supposed to hold like 1,000 people or 700, whatever, like the Yost would be or whatever.
And then you do 2.
And you take up a quarter of the room. So you start pushing like that per show though. So that $20,000 can go to good use.
Yeah. It's
so
an investment.
Yeah, and it's not hard to do. But,
I thought about that.
Having the finances, you know. That's why so much weak ass artists get on, so much trash artists, because they somehow have that hood money.
You're not
or
the type.
something.
You're not the type. Name a trash artist. You're not the type. You would never name a trash artist. Can I name you one?
Go for it. Yeah, the only reason I wouldn't name it is because everybody has their hustle, and I get it when it comes to music, but there's just some artists where it's like, you can tell they got pushed for whatever reason.
Oh, no, man. I'm not going to put myself in that predicament.
But just you know what I mean? Like, you know when you hear certain artists
You already know.
on your...
There's no talent.
Yeah.
There's no talent.
But like I said, they just had the right funds.
But you know what?
The right connections, you know?
I'm almost going to take that back. I'm not going to take it back as far as, because trash is trash, but it's in the consumer's view, right?
Yeah, that's true.
So what you like...
Maybe my taste ain't what... You know.
We're different strokes for different folks. So I can't... I'll take it back. But I was watching a video today, and I'm like, God damn, what the fuck is this shit? How did they make it? Who funded this shit? It had over 1 million views. Damn.
Yeah. That's how easy it is. That's how it goes. Or it's like if you know somebody. So let's say like you love Psycho Realm.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say
shout out to Psycho Realm.
Huge shout out. Let's say you know their tour manager. No, fuck that. Let's say you know the producer. Let's say you grew up with the producer.
Well, the producer happens to be, I believe, Duke. The homie, or I think Sig Jack is actually a producer. In fact, I think Sig Jack is makes the beats.
Okay, so let's say that's your cousin. Let's say that's your cousin. I'm an up and coming artist. I make trash ass music, but you're like, you know what? Let me introduce you. Let me get some motion going. Hey, primo, I got this artist. Do me this favor. I believe in him. This and that. Shit like that happens.
Damn. Okay.
Shit like that happens.
Okay. Where I work, right?
So I'm sorry. That's why they say there's gatekeepers and shit like that. Because some artists are kind of like, I don't want to put these guys on because they're trash.
Okay.
You know? But go what you're saying. So where you work.
No, it happens in everyday life because I remember when I applied for what I do for a living, I went to 11 job interviews, and I could tell 10 of them were like, the way you look, dude. And it's
right off the bat.
Yep, it's who you know.
How'd you feel?
Oh, I felt like shit. But I mean, obviously, you know, I had a shirt on, I had a tie on, and I still remember I didn't know how to put a tie on. And then I was dating this girl, right? And I was like, I don't know, like 21, and I went to this job interview, and I didn't know how to put on a tie. There was no YouTube, nothing, right? How the fuck? Who teaches their son how to put on a tie? So I didn't know how to put on a tie. So I remember homegirl and I, we like made all these knots and with like needles and shit to make it look professional. Yeah, dude. And then I go to that job interview. It was in Newport Beach. It was it was at a law office for a receptionist, and there was no male receptionist, right? And I show up. That lady said, "Stay in school."
Damn.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
My heart would have sank.
Oh, man. You know, I wanted to quit and shit. And I'm like, fuck it. I did finish school. And fuck it. 10 interviews later, I got my first. Do you
think it was because of the tie? Or
yeah, of course. Come on.
Well,
and then,
I was going to say, or is because you said there's no males. So all of a sudden you show up and she was like,
even better. It wasn't the fact that my tie was not put on right. I didn't know how to wear, like, dress clothes. Because this is I come from an era when everyone was wearing big clothes. So even when I try to dress nice, my clothes were like baggy and just they didn't fit right. So I didn't
like
look
the
part.
90s, right?
Yeah.
Everything was a bit baggy.
Yeah. And then I see all these kids now, like, and they're all wearing like baggy clothes. And I'm like, oh wow, you guys are looking like gang members. You know what sucks? When they run into real gang members.
Oh yeah.
Because it's gonna happen. They're like cosplaying.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. They get checked on site too.
Yep. And then I mean, you know, like Orange County, it's cool. I love Orange County. Like I consider this. I used to say it's my second home, but I've lived in Orange County now longer than I lived in LA.
Do you want to officially change it to 714 Rone or not yet?
No, we can't. You can't. You can't, man. That's
No,
where I
because
met.
you know what?
That's where I met all my my day one. See, everybody from LA, they call me Rone.
But you see, that's your foundation. That's where you came from. That's who you are. You lived out here in Orange County. I'm not from Orange County either, but
Oh.
yeah.
Oh
but-
wait, that's another podcast. Where you from? Where you from, Marc?
Where are you from? Podcast. But it's important to remember where you came
Your
from,
roots.
your roots, who you are,
Yes.
foundation. So I was just fucking around. But keep
No, but
you know what
I
mean?
do remember my day one friends, man. It was scary. I grew up in LA in the 80s when there was certain gangs that started, and I remember my parents told me, they're like, hey, it's the way you look. It's your fault. And I'm like, no, it's not my fault.
You always had a shaved head.
No, I used to have wavy hair because my hair is wavy.
Okay.
I used to have to put relaxer on and shit. Man, tell me the homies weren't fucking with me.
Right.
Yeah, so I was one of the first fools that started shaving their heads because I had like wavy hair, you know, like homies clown and shit.
Yeah.
Either my nickname
You
was
can
gonna be
only-
Rone or Afro. You know, they'd be like Fro or Rone. I'm gonna go with Rone.
You can
I'm gonna
only
go-
take so much, right?
Yeah, fuck that, man. I started cutting my hair and
Well,
shit.
why Rome? Where did Rome come
Because when I was in 5th grade, I noticed that people were doing graffiti and shit with like Crayolas, and I remember thinking one like, fuck, the only letter I can do good is the R. So I'm gonna go with R1.
from? Okay.
Rone. There
Rone,
we go. The
that
rest
was
is
it.
history.
There you
Rest
go.
is history. So, you know, I got into graffiti because it was either that or gang members.
That was your way to kind of escape.
Yeah,
and
kind of because cousin
I'll-
Marcus, Carson Marcus,
Shout out.
fuck, he got deported.
Oh shit. Man, let this guy back in already.
Oh my
God damn it.
damn, man, shit. You know, he got deported because, you know,
Somebody send some help. God damn it. Look for cousin
man,
Marcus.
Shit, pro bonos, get him back in. Fuck. Well, you know, he got into like gang shit, and where I grew up, it was either if I either join a gang or I'm not gonna make it. So I decided that I jumped off the 2nd floor from my parents' house. I literally did that shit. Jumped off the 2nd floor, landed, broke my toes.
Fucking A.
Yeah, but I had never smoked weed or nothing, but I did a little something. Then the homies were up the street, and I remember like with 2 broken toes. I'm like, I ran away from home. They're like, why, dude? Your mom and your dad are gonna come out here. And I never went back home.
No shit.
16, dude. Fucking 16.
What scared you to run from home? Or run from
Oh,
home?
the gang members, dude. They were gonna kill me. They were
Oh,
gonna
shit.
kill me. Yeah, dude.
Because you didn't want to be part of it?
Yeah, it was I'm not gonna say the gang, but it's like they're from a certain country and they got here with machetes and shit.
Pretty
and,
prominent.
Yeah, dude, and it was like, what? They don't do machetes. Yeah, dude, that neighborhood. I think if people that know will know what I'm talking about.
Mhm.
In Olympic in Vermont, I was like, oh, fuck that. These guys are scary, dude. And then my parents like thought that it was me like trying to look like a gang member, and I was like, nah, these guys are just trying to kill people.
Yeah, you're like, I'm just trying to get away. I'm trying to
then,
survive.
And then trip out on that. Like, I used to always do good in school, right? So I remember there was this lady from UCLA that used to go to Berendo, motherfuckers that know. I used to go to Berendo Junior High, and it was super gang related, dude. We had to run home. All of us had to run home to make it safe.
No shit.
As a fucking kid.
You know what's funny? I don't mean to cut you off. My grandpa used to tell me a story. He grew up in LA.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing. He would get into fights, not because he wanted to, but because he would go home a certain way, and there'd always be people waiting for him. So he's like,
Yes, sir.
I,
Where did
I
he
just
grow
had to
up?
fight. Dude, oh man, I didn't even want to. I want to say East LA, but I don't know the exact hood, the streets.
But the fact that it's in LA.
Yeah, I'm sure he's told me before, but I was just more like thrown off. Like, Grandpa, like you couldn't even walk home from school. He goes, no. He goes, you walk home and somebody's always waiting to fight, so you had to fight.
Yeah.
He goes, you run. Either you make it past them, or you stand and fight.
It really sounds like bullshit. It sounds like unrealistic. It's like, oh, I used to walk home in like the snow with no shoes, like that type of shit. Nah, but it really was.
That was facts, huh?
It really was. And I left home at 16, and I remember my sister saw me. Sule, your birthday is coming up. she saw me jump off the second floor, and she was like, "What the fuck?" She was like 7 or 8, and I could imagine the trauma.
Now, I'm just saying, I'm pretty sure I know the answer, but why not just walk out the front door?
My dad locked the front door with a deadbolt.
Okay,
He knew I was.
I was just saying. I was like, I'm
Yep.
pretty sure there's like a pretty
Yep.
like easy answer.
Yep.
I was thinking you're trying to do your rebel thing, and
Nah, man. and I didn't realize how far the second floor was.
yeah.
That fucker fucked me up.
Straight to concrete.
Oh yeah. And all right, there was. I don't do drugs. I don't do drugs. I smoke weed, and I didn't even drink at the time. And it's just like I fucking handled it. I couldn't believe that shit happened. So after that, cousin Marcus that is now in where the fuck did he get deported to? He went to Morelos or something. And
Man, shout out to the primos. Shout out to all the primos.
Fucking guy, dude. I feel so bad for him, man. Let me tell you, that guy would be the best version of me if he would have stayed off drugs.
What year did he get deported? Is he recent?
Like about when I just moved into this, like about 4 years ago.
Yo, and just like that, we are back. We're back a little bit heavier, a couple slices of pizza in us,
Yes, you know it got cold and shit.
a couple more ounces down in the gut, you know what I'm saying? But if you guys didn't notice, my brother now has a t-shirt on.
It got cold.
So before he had put the t-shirt on, I wanted to get into it with him about all these tattoos, what they mean, when he had the first one, because if you guys don't know, probably about 90% of his body is tattooed. If maybe more or less.
I would say
I'm not counting the head and neck, because that's obvious.
because for my career, I cannot have any face tattoos or any neck or hands.
Yeah.
However, I'm going for it. In it to win it. Everything that I do, I'm always passionate about, and tattoos happen to be one of them. And my mom, oh my God, let me tell you, mom's is so sad. Like, my baby never hurt nobody, but he was still at Day Day's party, right?
Yeah. So when was your first tattoo?
My first.
Your age. How were you?
So we ended that when I left home at 16, right?
Right.
Then
Broken toes and all.
Yeah, broken toes and all, you know, and then finally got my life somewhat together at 19. Had my son at 19 by a 27-year-old woman. Careful, guys. Shit. This chick was a gang member, dude, from fucking, I'm not even going to say the gang, but she was a gang member. Not 20.
Did she sex you in?
Dude, I didn't even know how to have sex. Like, I didn't even know how to fucking have sex
She
with a
sexed
chick.
you in, dude.
Damn. Man, let me tell you, child support was a motherfucker. That's why I never had another kid.
Right.
Because it went so bad with them. And, you know, I'm responsible and shit, you know. I remember paying $900, $1,000, like, for child support, but because I wasn't going to have another kid and bring them in and stress them out, and then now I ain't got no money for them. So all these dudes that got like 1,000 kids, props to you. But if you can't take care of them, dude, wrap that shit up. What the fuck are you doing? You're making us taxpayers pay for your shit. But that's another day.
That's another podcast, another day, another story.
Yeah.
No, I want to talk about your tattoos. That's what I want.
All right, get tattoos.
Yeah.
All right. So my first
Your
tattoo.
first. How old were you?
My first tattoo was when I left home. I finally felt like I'm free and shit. Let me get a tattoo. So I get this tattoo. My LA tattoo. Bam. First one. I thought I was like hard and shit. I never wanted to wear a shirt ever again. Or wear fucking wife beaters.
Was it behind the arm?
Yep.
Okay. Oh, yeah, it's kind of high. Okay.
Yeah, I got it in Woodland Hills. I had just moved to the valley. Woodland Hills, people that know, that's like rich country and shit. It was this graffiti guy. I wish I remembered his name, but whatever. I don't. And then after that, the year after that, I got a 213 on my other arm. And I'm like, oh man, this seems gang related. And then after that, I figured I started getting piercings. Ugh. Now to think
You
back.
got piercings?
Oh man, I had them all. Like my ears, fucking face. Oh dude, it was pathetic.
Just rebelling, huh?
Oh no, just horrible. That was a bad no.
I had 2 of them.
Oh man, I'm not even no bad. We're gonna skip on that. So after that, and then I met the homie Milk, like old boy that just fucking tattooed Rhino. Rhino, you got your first fucking big badass tattoo, dude.
Legit.
He fucking sat like a fucking rock. I seen him.
Just didn't move, huh?
Yeah. Well, truth be told, I got a little call from somebody, and he said, "Hey, head of security is not gonna feel pain." So I'm like, "Hey, dude, apparently you can't feel pain." So
head of security is not allowed to feel pain.
Yeah.
I told him, if the bullets start flying,
Oh,
I go
shit.
behind you and you take it, and you do not feel pain. No, I'm kidding. I would never put you guys in any situation like that. I would never, But I was fucking with him. I was like,
fucking
Rhino.
Matrix and shit.
Yeah, I was like, Rhino was like, you know what, dude? Fucking, this little needle's hurting you. You fucking better be able to take a shot or a body punch or something, because
Damn.
your head is security. This better not hurt.
Oh shit! No wonder he sat there like a rock and shit. But hey, like I said, so yeah, back to the tattoos. Then the homeboy Milk. Then moved to Orange County. Fucking Orange. I'll tell you this: moving to Orange County changed my life for the best. It's been. I met the. I'm not saying that I didn't meet cool people in LA. Like those are my day ones, There's people that know that I met when I was growing up. But when I moved to Orange County as an adult, that's my dogs, by the way. You hear them barking?
Shout out to the dogs.
Nipsey.
Dogs are important.
Nipsey. Oh, okay. Let me change real quick. Nipsey. I named him Nipsey when Nipsey Hussle died. I fucking named my dog Nipsey Blue because he got a blue eye. Shut the fuck up. God damn it. Fucking dog. And then Snoop, the homie Alex. Shout outs to Alex. He got me that dog. He saw him running around in Long Beach for 2 days. And
He's like, let me just give him the milk.
Yeah, and then he goes, hey, don't. He called the other homie Sal, and he was like, hey, doesn't Rone need a dog for his other dog? There's been one running around for 2 days. I'm like, is he chipped? Wink, wink. And Nipsey and Snoop. So those are my 2 dogs. Anyways, so back to the tattoos. That's when Milk started tattooing me. He did that first one on my chest, and it was like a little gang related. I didn't know what that kind of meant at the time, because if you guys don't know, he did a little bit of I don't want to like, but he'll tell you himself, he's done a lot of vacation time.
Yeah.
So he honed his skills.
He practiced. He practiced.
Yeah, he practiced.
He practiced a lot.
So he came back with like little tricks and shit, and I was like, fuck it, I'll be a canvas without numbing cream. For all you newbies using numbing cream now, fuck out of here. Shit.
Dude, sidebar real quick.
Right.
I was just talking to my homeboy at work, and I was telling him, dude, like, I want to get more tattoos. I want to get across my stomach some writing. So I want to get something.
What do you wanted to say?
In God we trust, or in God I trust.
I got that right.
Sick. Fuck yeah.
I really do. Like right here.
Yeah. So I want to get something like that.
I'm running out of ideas, so when I hear a new tattoo idea, I'm like, fuck yeah. Hey, be careful. I might do it before. Don't give me a good one. Shit.
Well,
Milk's right here.
You don't have any room. You start getting your ass cheeks tatted.
Clap, clap. Oh shit, this for Sarah. She always tells me, been dropping it since 99 to the 2000s? She'll know.
So I was talking to my buddy about getting tattoos, because I was telling him I want to get that on my stomach and whatnot, and he was like, so go ahead, set it up. And I was like, but then I started scrolling across Instagram, and fucking all of a sudden this tattoo company popped up. And
Company?
like, yeah.
Company. Not a shop, a company.
It was a company, but it was for tattoo cream. They have creams, they have sprays, they have aftercare ointments and stuff like that. Excuse me. And
How about somebody monetize on that before
what do you mean?
all of us?
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah.
That's what it tells you. You don't have to be a tattoo artist in order to make money from the tattoo world.
Numb somebody, you know what I'm saying? That's it, and you get paid.
Hence why in the field that you're in the arts, there's ways to make money without
Definitely.
being the artist.
Definitely.
All right, so back to our regular scheduled program.
So I was telling him, yeah, I want to get the tattoo. I started scrolling Instagram, came across this company. I forget the name, but basically it's the company that sells numbing cream.
Okay.
And there's a spray. So let's say you're like Rhino was like 5 hours into the tattoo or whatever.
Yep.
There's this spray supposedly where you can spray it.
No, it's true.
And hour goes by, then you should be able to pick up no problem, right?
It's true.
I was telling him, I was like, dude, I don't know what happened, but before I used to not care. All of a sudden, I became like a little sissy.
No, you didn't become a sissy. You already earned your stripes to a point where, like, you know what? If I don't have to,
like, I don't know. I feel like I need a little bit more work. Cause I'm almost double sleeved, my chest, my back, but like, my legs.
How much
my
of your
ribs,
back you have done?
my upper back.
Oh,
Yeah,
like
so
25%.
Probably like 40, 30
Your
to
sleeve,
40.
both of you have sleeves, right?
2 sleeves, my neck, upper back.
I know you're kind of blasted, dude.
Both-
a little more than I thought.
Both rib cages.
Oh shit!
My
Tell the
leg.
story about the rib cages. Tell me that wasn't a doozy, or you felt like that didn't hurt. That was my worst ones. My stomach. Oh, shout out to Crystal too. Crystal tattoo.
Shout out. Come to my show.
That's right. Crystal did a lot of tattoos. She's dope. She's out in Orange County. She's a great tattoo artist as well.
No, like, all right, so for one, I forget which one, but one of them, because my uncle does all my tattoos.
I
Shout
know.
out my uncle, West Coast Chris. He just reunited with the band. They got the band back together, 7-1 Force.
That's
They're
right.
going to be playing worldwide before you motherfuckers know it. One of the greatest rock bands in history to do it, and they're doing it again.
Oh,
so
man.
shout out my uncle, West Coast Chris. Amazing, talented tattoo artist. The only reason why I haven't stepped to Milkman to get more tats is because my uncle
You're
gets
loyal.
down. Yeah,
Well, trip out of this.
I love my uncle so
Trip out
much,
of this.
and I can't switch on him.
Trip out of this. In fact, I was letting you finish what you were saying because I was gonna mention that you are loyal to your uncle, but then you got ahead and
Yeah.
But
Killed it for you a little bit.
no, not killed it, but it just reinforced what I felt. I'm like, yeah, this guy's loyal, dude. You're like not to be all corny and shit, but this is one of the coolest motherfuckers that I've ever met in my life. And I met a lot of motherfuckers in my life that are cool as fuck, genuine as fuck, and this guy is right there, top 5 dead or alive, motherfucker.
Appreciate you, big dog. Appreciate
For
you, for real. Appreciate that, for real. I try because you know what? Loyalty is so underrated, but it is so heavily needed.
Yes.
Loyalty is so needed, dude. And that's why I tell my wife about us. Me, you, Ryan, Milk.
The team.
The team. The
We got
squad. The unit.
Squad.
Because I told my wife, I was like, if I was to stop doing music or whatever, that loyalty, that
We're
protection,
still homies.
it would still be there.
Fuck yeah.
The way we look out for each other, all that, it would still be there. She doesn't believe, at least I don't know if she is, because she just laughs when I tell her. But when one of us go to the bathroom,
I was about to say that. I was militant with it.
Let's go. Yeah.
Militant with it. We're like, all right, somebody stays, somebody goes. I know it sounds like bullshit. People that don't know, but it's real shit.
Shout out to my wife. If you're watching this far, Mig will confirm. I don't know if you believed it or not when I was telling you, but if one of us does go to the bathroom or something, somebody always steps up. Okay, go with them.
Yep.
Or if somebody steps to use the not bathroom, go to the
anything like anything.
The
You know
bar,
why?
whatever.
Everybody's gonna make it back to whatever headquarters is, right?
Mm-hmm.
Wherever we go, we're gonna make a little spot. It's gonna be a spot. And then if anybody leaves the spot, we're always looking out for one another, and that's pretty much it. We're not gonna let nobody fail.
Nobody's gonna fall behind.
Fuck no.
Nobody's gonna get lost. Nobody's gonna get hurt. We always, watch each other's back. So for me, loyalty has been everything, dude. Because I've came across a lot of people in my life where I always treated them better, hoping that they would do the same for me. and they let me down.
Well,
Let me down. Let me down.
Can I tell you something? I'm 48 years old. I am like, I think I lived a lot, and once you realize that people are gonna let you down, they're gonna let you down. And people that you love and people you done shit, they're gonna let you down. But if you fucking stick to your guns, dude, and keep your persona, who you are, you're gonna be all right, dude. You're gonna be all right. God sees that shit.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I don't want to get all preachy, but like, man, I'm only here because I've been blessed. God is Jesus, man. Jesus. I don't go to church, but I'm gonna tell you, like, I pray every day. I can't tell you the last day I didn't pray. I pray every day. I'm thankful. I don't ask God for anything. I thank him for everything. I thank him for you guys being here. I thank him for my friends, my family, that my sister's all right, my mom's all right, my dad, my niece. I'm just thankful. My friends, just thankful. We all have shit.
Yeah.
Have you ever met people that are so negative and they just bring you down?
Yeah, like their vibe is off, their energy is off.
Fucking energy vampires.
Yeah.
And then they like bring a whole room down. You could tell them, hey, dude, I just won the lotto. You know what they're going to tell you? Yeah, but you got to pay all those taxes. Like, hater.
But it's like, those are the ones that are like, I think they're just selfish. Like, they're upset, I didn't win the lotto. How come I didn't win, you know?
You think so?
I think so.
I think they're just miserable.
Okay, well, at least, let me say this. With my personal experience, friendships nowadays, or not even friendships, but what's the word? Acquaintances. Acquaintances, yeah.
Knock on wood.
You know what I'm saying? Acquaintances nowadays.
I'm gonna tell you a quick one. I found out that knocking on wood is for like it's kind of from the occult.
Why or how?
Oh man, it's
deep.
No, it's
is it another podcast?
It's kind of like witchcraft.
Is it for Hold My Shirt podcast stuff?
Oh shit!
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, that's it. Oh, we got to do the paranormal edition.
Yeah.
You know, I've seen a UFO, right? I told you I've seen a UFO.
I think you told me.
Did I tell you? I went whitewater rafting with Coco.
You did tell me, and then somebody else saw the same thing.
Yes, sir. We went whitewater rafting, which I can't swim, by the way.
Holy shit!
I can't fucking swim, but I didn't know what it meant, right? So then the homies are like, "Yeah, dude, let's go up north." Went with Alex, the homie Coco. Supposed to be 4 of us, so we're gonna be camping, and it's a 7-hour ride.
Fuck that, dude. Oh.
In a fucking little fucking.
Let me ask you something real quick with the whitewater rafting.
Yes.
Have you ever been like on a fishing boat or?
Nope.
No? Oh, okay.
Nope.
Because I'll just say I wondered, like, because it's so intense, do you not have that possibility to get seasick?
I didn't know better.
You know
and it's a river going downhill for.
But do you know what I mean? Like, if somebody's on a boat, they get seasick.
Because
whitewater rafting, is it? You know what I mean? Is it more intense?
No, because it's rapid and it's moving.
And then you're like having to.
And then you're constantly rolling. It's 7 hours downhill.
Good workout, huh?
Fucking workout. The fear, dude. The fear in my heart. I'm like, oh man, I can die. I can die.
Was it just straight adrenaline the whole time?
I'll show you the pictures later, dude. We're underwater. We're
shit.
literally underwater. Like I can't swim. Fuck. And then trip out on this. If you fall off, they tell you don't go to the sides because there's signs that says we will shoot you.
What?
Yes.
Why would they shoot?
Because those people own all those like
the property.
Yes. So,
you fucking liar.
Yes.
What?
No. So then they tell you, they're like, no, we'll get you, but do not fucking go to the sides because there's signs that says like you will be shot on the premises.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Man, you better start going with the gun next time. I'll shoot back.
Oh man, fuck that. Just don't go. Don't go.
Go with the gun. I shoot back. Hey, wear a shirt that says that. I shoot back.
Shit, you better wear a bulletproof vest because they motherfuckers gonna shoot back. So trip out. So the homie Alex and Coco over there, I remember there was like an instant where it went like this, and I'm literally falling off.
Oh shit!
Because you gotta put your leg like this, and then one out,
Okay.
and then you're rowing. So there's no seat. You're on the edge. So I'm literally falling off because it goes 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then 5. You got to be an expert. So we had like a couple 4s and a couple 3s. That means your raft is going like this, going underwater, and then they tell you like if you're in charge of the homie next to you, you got to hold on. So I was like literally flying off, and I remember Coco with his paddle, Mig, don't fall. And then the other homie grabbed me, and I'm like, oh, fuck, we really in it to win it. We're going to die up in this motherfucker.
That's crazy.
And then we all confessed. 3 of us didn't know how to swim in a 6 fucking people raft.
Fucking A, dude. 50% of you guys
Couldn't swim. Fucking A, man. Fucking A.
Let me ask you this. Would it have made a difference if you guys did know?
Yes.
You think so?
Yes.
Yeah?
You know why? Because you're not going to get paranoid when you fall off.
I don't know. I think you guys just making the decision to do it already, it's kind of like if you can swim or not, it's not going to make a difference at this point. You know what I mean?
Good point.
Like skydiving.
Oh,
you're
you know
in
what?
shape or you're not in shape. If something happens, you're fucked.
Are you willing to do that?
Skydive? Fuck yeah. I want to do it so bad. I want to.
Really?
I want to do it at least one time.
You know what? I'm scared of heights, and I'm not down to do that shit. However, if you're down to do it, I said it right now, I'll think about it.
I thought we were going to have a date coming up or something. I thought a sky jump date was going to come. I was like, all right, let's do this shit.
It might be the podcast talking shit, but I'll think about it.
We
I
can
really
think.
will, because I need to, you know that nobody knows this, and glad that nobody's watching this. I'm so freaked out even when we drive like back from, let's say, Palm Springs or Vegas. You got to go through that bridge, or like I get anxiety on the bridge. Like my hands get sweaty.
No shit. So when we went to Adelanto, you had a little anxiety coming back?
Oh, not a little. Oh, I was like straight up freaked out.
Good thing Rhino was there to hold you down.
And
big
then
dog.
no, and then there's somebody that you and I know. We're not gonna say her name. Told me that got stuck. I remember like years ago. Told me they got stuck on the bridge.
Oh fuck.
The car stopped,
Fuck,
dude,
no
in
way.
the high bridge. I was like, oh my god, like that gave me even more anxiety. I'm like, oh fuck. That's it.
I don't get anxiety, but every like now and then,
We get the M&M. My palms are sweaty. Mom's spaghetti. No.
like every now and then, like I'll have like a worst case scenario when I'm driving pop in my head. I'm like, what? It'll be random. Once every month or every half a year, whatever. I'll be driving, going under a bridge, you know, whatever. I'm like, what if there's a big earthquake right now? And shit starts dropping on me. I'll think of something stupid like that, or like when I'm doing the interchange from the 91 to the 57. And you gotta go up and then back down.
Oh, yeah.
Going up, I'm like, what if there's
What
an
if you get
earthquake
stuck?
while I'm up here?
Remember in Oakland when that bridge got fucked up? Like San Francisco, I think it was. Oh, I got an earthquake story.
Go for it.
When I used to live in LA, Alvarado and Olympic, LA people, if you know that area, we used to live in this 4th fucking floor apartment building. It was huge, and it shook. I think it was like 87 or something, like when there was the Olympics. This lady jumped from the 4th floor, dude.
No.
Yes.
No.
I was like 7 years old, 6. Dude. And she was still alive when we got downstairs. She was like, oh, you the man, women. I was like, oh.
No shit.
Yeah, dude.
Broken legs?
Oh, I don't know, dude. I think it was worse than that. She jumped from the 4th floor. And it's not those little apartments. That's when I said Alvarado and Olympic, people would know those are like these big-ass fucking buildings in LA, dude.
Well,
Like,
did she try to commit suicide or
she got scared. She thought it was the end of the world. It started shaking. It's an earthquake. It's a fucking earthquake. My sister wasn't even alive at that time. And I remember and shit, my parents were like, oh, get over it. You know, like Hispanic parents, they try. Well, I don't know if you know, like my parents, you know, they were like a little old, so first generation. So it was like Like they try to be like, oh, you gotta be like a little macho about shit. Like, fuck that! I just saw a lady jump off the fucking.
There's nothing wrong
floor.
with being scared.
Man,
There's nothing wrong with being scared.
Man, I remember I was scared. So I've always been scared of earthquakes ever since.
Damn, that's fucking traumatizing.
And I think that the fear of heights, like, I think that's where that came from.
But you know what's crazy? Okay, I don't like heights either. And I'm not even talking like height. I'm talking like if we get to the top of your roof and I'm just standing on your roof and I look down, I get this feeling that
like
I don't
right
like.
there?
Right there. I stand up there. Probably anything over like.
So you're
10
not gonna
feet.
want to go and get the oranges that were okay.
No. I'll buy them. I'll sell them for you, but I will not go pick them up.
We
there
literally do that. Like that's like a thing. We go up there. Yeah. Because you see, it's not that high.
Yeah, no, see, to me, that being up there and then looking down, to me, that's high.
I believe it.
Even though it's like a 12-foot drop, maybe
believe
less.
it.
But then in my head, I'm like, no, it's more than that because I'm taller. You know what I mean?
So where do you think that fear came from? Where does it originate
Dude,
from?
I have no idea. But like, I just even climbing up on ladders, like when I put shit away in my garage, climbing up on ladders and putting things away. Even when I get almost to the very top step and I'm putting things up and I'm secure, I'm holding things, my feet are planted, the ladder's being held, and I look down.
Anxiety.
I don't think it's not anxiety. I don't get anxious.
So is it fear?
I want it has to be fear because there's just this feeling in my stomach where it's like I don't like it. And like that's the first thing that comes to my head is like I don't like this.
Wow.
So it's probably fear, and I don't know why. Because we've flown in airplanes.
Oh, you've been on a plane?
Yeah, multiple times.
Wait, and you want to skydive?
And I want to skydive.
You think it's you know what? Someone told me this the other day. In fact, she told me this the other like 2 nights ago or something. She said I was scared of heights, but I went zip lining, and now I'm not scared of heights no more.
I don't know.
So do you think it's like facing it? Sarah said that to me.
No, cause like I said, I've always been afraid of heights, and I got an airplane, and I can look out the window no problem. Maybe it's not heights. Maybe it's the fear of falling.
Oh.
Maybe that's what.
Have you had dreams when you're falling?
No, but I've.
You never had a dream when you're falling?
No, but I've had
I got
a
a theory.
dream.
I got a theory.
I've had a dream where I can like jump real high, and I don't get scared coming down. I mean, like jumping over houses high.
Like in a dream, right?
Yeah, but nothing like I'm falling. I'm scared or anything like
Well,
that.
in a dream, we're not supposed to have like fear or anxiety or anything. But I got a theory. And if it have you ever fell on a dream? Have you ever felt like you're falling?
No, not in the dream. No.
All right.
But
So I have
like
a theory.
you ever get woken up where you feel like you're falling? I've been like
I've had
startled, but never in the dream like I'm falling off a roof or something.
No, never?
Never.
Oh shit.
Probably because I'm so scared of it, so my dreams don't put me up in that situation.
I've had dreams where I'm falling, like literally falling. And I have a theory. If you land, you die in your sleep.
You think so?
Yeah.
You think? Oh, wouldn't that be fucking wild?
That's fucked up.
And
So for
then-
everybody, if you're falling on your dream, fucking
Wake
try
up.
to make it. Just try to make it.
What do they say? Oh, he died peacefully in his sleep.
Yeah,
Little
no,
do
it
they
wasn't
fucking
people. The
know,
motherfucker
they
was
fucking-
falling.
Little do they know those
That
fucking
motherfucker was gonna
liars.
eat shit.
Yeah, no, dude. That's honestly not a bad theory at all. I mean, you never know what can cause,
I got another theory.
Speak it.
All right, this one's a weird one, and I hope it is not true. Now, I have a feeling that, because I don't believe in reincarnation at all, but I now believe that we keep coming back. We keep coming back, and then there's lessons that are supposed to be learned, and if you don't learn your lesson, you're going to keep coming back into another life until you learn that fucking lesson. And people that commit suicide, I'm sorry, like people that commit suicide, I've been there where I like didn't want to live, but fuck it, you gotta make it through because you're gonna do this shit all over again, so might as well live this life. So I feel that people that commit suicide, they're gonna come back and they gotta do it all over again. So people that are struggling right now, live through that shit because you're gonna do it all over and younger. So that means you're gonna Fuck, you already at least got 30 years on it. Fuck it.
All right, so two things of that. One, I tried to commit suicide. It wasn't a long time ago, but it wasn't recent. You know what I mean?
Oh, fuck, dude.
Yeah, it wasn't like when I was younger, but...
Let me tell you something. If you ever feel like life's not working out, you can always reach out to me. I'm your friend. There is no reason. That's why there is no such thing as somebody coming into your life just randomly. People come into your life for a reason. Sometimes, unfortunately, it's to teach you a lesson because they're not good for you. And they'll go away. But then there's a lot of times that people come to you that are good for you and they will help you out in life. And sometimes they just leave. But if you ever need anybody in your life, I am here. I am your brother.
I appreciate that.
God damn it.
Yeah,
There's no way we're going to let any of the fellas, no way. No way. All of us are going to make it. All of us.
Damn right. Amen. Damn right. Amen. Man.
Remember you talked about the compound?
Yeah.
I've actually looked into it. It might not be in California.
Dude, it don't gotta be.
It might be in another country. You know, Costa Rica, I heard, got like the little fucking...
As long as my kids can prosper somewhere, that's all that matters to me.
Yes. I even got one for you. So I was looking into, right? So let's say you're getting Social Security. All you got to do is come back to the country every 6 months. Right? So let's say you got like a little bit of retirement going. Today I was actually looking into something that was a return of 4.87 for 6 months. So insert the money that you want to put into that. You can't touch it for 6 months, but it gives you a return of 4.87. That's not really nothing. But if you got some money that you can just keep on the side and hey, that's something.
It'll add up, build. Something. Like what do they call it? Like compound interest or some shit?
That's exactly what it is. I didn't want to get all technical with it and shit, but
get as technical as you want, big dog.
You know, but I've been looking at this because now I'm getting to an age where I'm like, fuck. Like obviously, I've been on my own so long. I'm not married, you know.
Yeah.
My son's not gonna. He hasn't been in my life forever. I have a 27-year-old that wants nothing to do with me, but it's not my fault. It's his gangbanger mother.
I like how you got in close.
yeah. It's for the courts.
Real cinematic.
It's for the courts, you know? Shit, man. You know, that's what made me go into my field. Because I was getting screwed over by the court so much. I'm like, fuck. So I went and took this little paralegal fucking little course. And I know how that would change my life, dude. It would change my life. It changed my life as far as...
For the better.
Oh, not only for the better, which is the obvious, but how my outlook on life, how I view people, friends, transactions. Like I just look at life differently. I feel blessed. I feel like everybody should go to like some type of law school or something so that you can learn the law, because it's fucked up. What field or branch of the law that you jumped into because of well, I did the I just went and got in
like family law or what?
No. Okay. The way the legal field works, apparently there's a bunch of departments, right? So there's like family law, bankruptcy, the place where I happen to work, we do intellectual property. So what I've done is I just like to learn, you know? So then if a friend or anything needs like something, I'll just look into it for you and tell you what the deal is. They're like, oh, this is what you got to do, or like, I'm not gonna give you advice, you just do your own thing. But I love being knowledgeable. I think knowledge is power. Like, I love meeting individuals that know shit. I'll say this, if I'm at a table and I'm the smartest person, I'm in the wrong fucking table.
Big dog, you're at the wrong fucking table. You're at the wrong fucking table.
Shit, man.
At the
I
wrong
love
ta-
being around people that are smart, dude. I love smart people. Iron sharpens iron. But I just love smart people. I can name them right now, but I don't want to leave anybody out. But, man, I know so many sharp people
Well,
around
let's
me.
name. Get like a mentor. Did you ever have a mentor?
You know who my mentor is? Is Jesus.
Damn.
Jesus
Mic
Christ.
Drop. Mic drop. Mic drop.
That's my mentor,
Mic
man.
drop.
Like, I'm not like all preachy about everything, but I think faith. You gotta believe in something. Believe in the fucking devil if you want. Believe in something.
Just believe.
Just believe in something.
Have you always had that type of like drive, that faith in you?
Yes, since I was a kid, dude.
Yeah.
Like, I remember my dad when I was like fucking 5-6 years old. He would always make me read shit. Like, all my homies were like about to leave and like hang out and do shit. He would be like, give me a current event. Give me a word of the day. 7 times 7. And he would just give me all these shit before I could go out and chill with the homies.
Mm-hmm.
So I always wanted to learn, you know. I've always been eager to learn. That's why I feel bad that I wasn't able to raise my son, because I don't know what he's doing, but damn, like, I hope he's smart. But I mean, he's smart because he's my son, but I could have taught him some life shit. And I'll tell you this though, only because it's not my biological kid, but I've been with women where they're like, you know, how to help raise the kids.
Yeah.
And there's this particular kid, and he's not a kid no more, Raul. He's 30-something. He has a daughter now and everything. I feel so proud. I'm like, damn, I seen him as a 5-year-old. And then I remember I moved out when he was like 13, 14, 15 or something like that. And then I just feel so proud. I'm like, fuck. I wish somebody treated my kid the way I treated him, you know. And
That's
then,
deep, man.
and
That's deep.
this is for dudes that that date women with kids. Be careful, because you're not just dating her; you're dating the kids. So if you don't think that you can date a woman with those kids, don't get involved with her. Don't get involved with her, because you're just gonna look like a dick when, oh man, he's not around in 3 months, and then another dude and another dude. It's like, fuck that. That's why I'm careful. If I meet a woman and they have a kid, I gotta be careful, because
Respectful. That's the thing about you. You've always been so respectful. You've always been conscious. You've always been real courteous, but you've always been so respectful. Just like you were giving me my praise earlier, you deserve your praise too. Because
thank you, I appreciate that.
you have been so solid since I've ever met you. You've been courteous. You have been so genuine, and just like how I was telling you earlier, like, loyalty means so much. You like display loyalty so much every time.
Thank you, I appreciate that.
Like,
Appreciate that.
if nobody else has told you that, I hope you know
I appreciate
that you really are a special person, a one of one. You know, you bring all walks of life together over here.
If we could put the camera, you see how many people are there just chilling.
But how fucking like chill is everybody?
Yeah.
And a lot of it is because you're at the core.
Yes.
So that says a lot about who you are
Thank
and
you.
how you are and how you conduct yourself. You know
Thank
what I
you,
mean?
I appreciate that.
No, so I just want you to know, you know, I've
Appreciate
always
that.
seen that. I've always seen that. I've always known that. And I've always wanted to tell you. That's why after every show, I try to tell you, man, thank you for coming out and sticking with me. Thank you for bringing people. Thank you for this. Like, it's just because I truly care about you, you know?
Thank
so
you, I appreciate that.
Yeah, so like I said, I hope other people tell you that too, because you deserve that.
Far
But,
in between, but you know.
Well, the real ones count right here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But
No, I gotta say, I gotta say, most 99.9% around people around me are cool as fuck.
Yeah.
I don't think
that's facts.
I don't like to bring around trash and shit. I mean, I've had it and shit's happened to me, but like I told you earlier, everybody comes into your life for a reason, and they all teach us a lesson, and the lesson might be good or bad, but it's a lesson. And then God only gives you as much as you can handle. So anybody right now stressing out like, fuck, it seems like the end of your life, well, guess what? God's gonna be like, all right, enough. And then if you're doing so good and then you're gloating and shit, like, God will be like, all right, enough. You know, you gotta even it out. I've been on both sides. I've been close to dying. I've been in a coma for 5 days. I've been in a coma where motherfuckers came to the fucking hospital and tried to find me for no reason. They don't even know me.
That's shady. That's cold.
They don't
man.
even know me. They just, you know, I'm hanging out with the wrong people.
Mm-hmm.
And dime con quien andas, te digo quién eres. Like, show me who you with and I'll tell you who you are.
Mm-hmm.
Those are my dad's famous words. So again, when I was living in LA and then shit like was going bad for me, you know, I knew I was hanging out with like certain dudes, but I'm trying to survive.
What was your relationship like with your pops? Or how is it now, I guess?
Love my dad.
Because it seems like he instilled some real like good, solid foundation.
He did, and he still does. But see, I come from a family that we never even gave each other a hug, right? So we don't know how to still show each other how to love one another.
Like affection? The affection ain't there?
Like, I gotta say, my sister and I have broken that stigma, because when I see my sister, it's all love. But you can ask my sister, like who's our family, and we're like moms, pops, my niece, and it's like, all right, we're done. Like we don't have a family.
Mm-hmm.
So we're all very self-reliant, self-sufficient. So back to your question about my dad, it's like when I see my dad, like all love, boom. I haven't talked to him, I think, since Father's Day. But when I see him, all love.
It's all love.
Yeah.
That's good.
But we just like we're not a affectionate family.
It almost seems like an old school thing too, right? Where like the men, they just
sadly old school.
Yeah, like the men, like they were just so macho.
You know, when I seen you interact with your son the other day, we were at your pad. I was like it kind of not got to me, but I was thinking, damn, I've never had that with my dad, and I never had that with my son. And you were just like, hey, papas, you know, like all love and shit. I was like, damn. You know, at this point, I'm a little, like, at my age, there's no way I'm going to have another kid, you know?
Anytime you want to come over and hug my kids, come over and hug my kids, goddammit.
You're like, he needs a new insert, whatever.
I already told you.
I always want to be that uncle, like, you know how they say, like, the cool tia? That,
yeah, the fun uncle?
Yeah, I'll be like, man, shit, if I can afford it, you got it.
But that's what I'm telling you. Like, I've always invited you to the kids' parties and all that. But because it's not just like a kids thing. Like, obviously, everybody shows up, like the relatives, you know, cousins, older cousins, uncles, and aunts, everybody. But it's like,
how's mom's doing, by the way?
She's cool. She's going through a little something that not on camera, but yeah, she's cool. But that, like I've told you before, no matter what happens, like I want this brotherhood to, you know, whoever comes and goes, God bless, but I want our friendship to never, you know, steer off course.
They came and they went.
Yeah. I mean, they're still there, and they're still great people. They're still there. They're still great people. I still love them.
Oh, but it's well, you know what? I'm gonna piggyback off that. I have nothing negative, nothing but positive. And I feel blessed because that person came at the right time, got to meet you, got like a long life brother out of it.
Yeah, hell yeah.
It's like, oh man, I could never say anything negative.
Right.
Nothing ever negative.
And for me,
let's get that out of the way.
How she always took care of my mom. With my mom, you know, it's like,
yeah.
I love her to death, like my mom too, you know? So it's like, yeah, like you said, 100% love. But like I said, so no matter who comes and goes, you're always gonna be there.
That's right.
That, like I said, that's why I've always shot you invites. Hey, the kids are having a birthday party, come through. Things like that.
I appreciate that.
You know?
I appreciate that. You know what?
Because
sometimes
they have to know you're gonna be there. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
They have to know you're gonna be there. My kids, for me, are everything to me, dude. And
as they should be. That's what I was saying earlier.
And it's like, sometimes I might be overly affectionate, where I hug them a little too much or kiss them too much.
There is no overly. There is.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, there's no such thing as too much money, too much weed, too much happiness, too many blessings.
Yeah, 'cause you know
just
what's
like
funny?
not too much love.
They could be sitting at the kitchen table eating whatever, right? I'll walk by them and it's almost like an instinct. It's like I gotta hug them and kiss them and tell them I love them. So when my daughter and my son are both sitting there, I'll go, I love you so much. I care about you guys so much.
Of course.
You know, I'll go find my baby Jack rolling around.
Well,
and
trip
hug
out of
him.
this. So imagine not getting that ever in your life. Like the loving that you got was like, flip that switch. Look, the lights are on. That's the love you get.
Yeah,
But
because I don't want them to feel, because I don't feel like I do enough. I don't feel like I'm a good enough father at times.
What?
Yeah, and it's funny. Like people, I always get that reaction. It's just a personal thing. Maybe because I idolize.
Because you know what you can do.
No, not that. Because I seen my dad at my age and everything he did and everything he had, and I'm comparing myself to times that are different, and I shouldn't be.
Different times. And different era.
That's to my own default. So at times I'm like, man, I feel like I could do more. I should do more. So I don't feel like a good dad all the time, but I strive to be better.
You're
always.
you don't fail though. Your son looks happy every time I see him, so that says a lot.
Well,
and then when you interact with him, he just banters back with you. That means there's a relationship.
Yeah. No, he's super charismatic.
Are you thinking about having another one?
You know what? Me and the wife talked about it. If we get another place that we can afford and it has enough rooms, then we'll go for number 4. But if not, I think we're okay with 3.
444. That's an angelic number. That's one of my last tattoos, by the way.
444?
444. Look, bam.
Why
444 with the
angelic?
cross.
Why angelic?
Shout outs to Dinarski. There's this friend always told me, like, I keep seeing these particular numbers. If you see these numbers on stuff, they mean certain things. And I guess they say if you see the red card, look for a red card. You're always going to see the red card. Well, my red card was 444. I kept seeing 444 everywhere. And then I looked it up, and it's an angelic number. So, fuck it. So I wrote a song about it. Oh, no, wait. I got a tattoo about it.
Oh, I was about to say, I got to hear these lyrics, Lou. I want to hear them.
That's from In Living Color. Like, everything the guy would, like, there was, like a funny joke going on. He goes, so I saw it wrong about it. So I wrote a song about it. Yeah. So, no. So anything for me that feels special, whatever, I just went and got it tattooed.
That's cool. That's
like, I'm seriously going for the bodysuit. I think most of my body is tattooed only because I don't have my face or my neck or my hands. Don't get it twisted. Like, my whole body is blasted. So I'm going for it. I'm gonna go for it. I don't know why. I just fuck it.
But it's what you want, and if it's important,
no, you know what? It's not what I want, and it's not important, and I shouldn't even be spending that much money on it. Like, let me tell you,
so you're just bored,
man. I gotta pay my card twice already. God damn it! But like, that's my You know what? You know that's why I don't do drugs, because I know my personality. I have an addictive personality.
Oh, you won't be able to stop.
Yeah. So that's why there's certain individuals. If I meet them or come across, I'm like, nah, I can't. Or like women or whatever, I'm like, nah, I can't be around that, because
you just know it's gonna be bad for you.
Yeah, because I know me. I know me, and I have like an addictive personality. So I just won't. That's why. Have you noticed weed smokers hang out with weed smokers? Fucking meth heads.
The cannabis community is dope, dog.
However, then there's the evil side. Then you got the meth heads that hang out with the meth heads. Then you got like fentanyl motherfuckers that hang out with the fentanyl motherfuckers. So back to that whole, like, let me know who you're hanging out with and I'll tell you who you are.
You're a reflection of your company?
Facts. So then that's why that's really scary. So then there's sometimes when I meet certain individuals and I know I'm like, yeah, that's not for me. So it happens that I hung out with like tattooed people Thank God it wasn't meth.
Right. It was the right kind of needle.
Well, unfortunately, back to my cousin, you fucked up, fool. That's why you're fucking got deported. He fucking started doing drugs, dude. Fucking told him so many times, stop that shit. Look at your legs. His legs were all fucked up, dude. And great guy, dude. That guy, man, let me tell you, when I was like homeless, runaway, this guy had just gotten a job. He's like, oh, come and stay with me and shit. Like, hooked it up, dude. Fucking, man, we're only like a year apart, but that guy always felt like he was so above and shit. And then he started selling drugs right there on Pico. On fucking Pico, dude. He became a fucking full-fledged gang member at 23 years old.
Damn.
How?
Isn't that a little late in the game? Isn't it?
Man, I used to call this guy Robert, Richard. Now you're calling them gang names, and this guy gets in the neighborhood all late, dude.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, dude. But, you know, he starts making a little money, selling in the corners, and as you can tell, I ended up in a coma. So it all went downhill.
Do you want to talk about the coma or no?
Yeah, I'll bring it up real quick. I can't say certain names or certain places because apparently they still don't like me. You know, hanging out with the homies. Wrong place, wrong time. But if you look like a duck, you walk like a duck. Like I'm wearing size 50 Ben Davis shave head. I look like them. But so I'm hanging out with them, and then we're cruising in the valley and shit, and then the car pulls up, the homie starts fighting them, and then it turns on there's a van full of them. So we get fucked up. Everybody runs. I run too. I turn around, see cousin that is now in Mexico, deported. So I go back from, and I see the car. I jump on it, and I'm thinking, let me run these fools over. He's gonna jump in the car, and we're gonna go away, and it's all good. Nope, it didn't work. The car's transmission didn't work. So apparently I ran these guys over, allegedly. 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 Fuck. I hope some of those guys don't hear about it. I live in Temecula, by the way. This is live from Nebraska. So allegedly.
Welcome to the Witsec podcast.
Right? So apparently some dudes got ran over, and then I tried to get the homie back in the car, and then the car's reverse didn't work. So when I went in reverse, all I heard is, oh, he killed the homeboy, and then they pulled me out of the car, and then ended up with 23 staples in my head, and I was in the hospital, and then those dudes found out what hospital I was in, and they tried to say hello again.
What did they hit you with? Or
crowbar.
A crowbar.
Yeah, you seen my nice little scars, and
after they jumped you, that was the first thing that hit you.
Nah, they ain't jumped. They went the car there in reverse, so they went to the car, pulled me out of the car, and then they handled their business and crowbars. But let me tell you what, God is great. Back to Jesus Christ, God damn it.
Amen.
Let me tell you what happened. Tell me why there was these girls that were cruising down, and then those guys were so into just crabs on a bucket mentality, and they picked me up from the floor and took me to the hospital.
No shit.
Yep. And I remember opening my eyes and then seeing a girl's legs and be like, what the fuck? And then my fingers are going in the back of my head. You seen the back of my head, right? So I'm like, back of my head, and they're going in. I'm like, what the fuck? And then I hear them go, they're behind us. Like, what? So then I woke up again, And then I see the nurses, and, you know, like the proverbial shit on TV where you see like the lights on the gurney.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
movie shit, dude. I'm seeing this shit. So then I'm like, fuck. And then I wake up again and I see a priest and a cop. The priest is there to give me my last rites. The cop is there because them motherfuckers found out where I was at. So I'm like, God damn. And, dude, they told me I was going to be slow and shit and pretty much be retarded, and here I am. So this is the retarded, slow version of me.
God damn.
Shit.
Talk about it.
Shit.
Dude, that's intense, man. That's intense to go through that, but then to wake up to that talk from the preacher or the priest.
Yeah.
To wake up to that talk, man, that must have been like,
Oh, yeah.
if you didn't already go through enough shit, just that alone, that talk alone.
You know, my life's changed since then. My life has, I changed my whole life. My life, I moved to Orange County. That's the devil.
We'll edit that out.
That's the devil. You know what? They didn't want me to speak on it.
You know what I'm saying?
They didn't want me to speak on it.
When
Because that's dangerous. What I'm telling you right now is dangerous.
were you did you become more religious, you think, after that experience?
Nope.
No. Oh, okay.
I've always been like this since a kid.
Man, that's crazy.
Because my dad told me, like, I was going to finish my first communion. And I told him, like, I don't like it.
Yeah.
I told him that I ain't like the preacher shit. I used to question it a lot, right? And then he said, you don't have to go to church to be religious. You don't have to go to church to say that you believe in God, you believe in Jesus. You don't have to go to church. If you believe it inside of you.
That's cool.
And I do.
Because a lot of parents would keep forcing the kids to go.
Because they're the ones that go like this, right?
Mm-hmm.
When you point, there's 3 fingers pointing back at you.
Mm-hmm.
And I love my parents that never pushed me, but I know they're religious. But they never pushed me to be like, oh, like, go to church, give your 20% and all that bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if it's for you, it's for you. I'm not judging you. Like, hey, handle it. If that makes you feel good and then you feel like that's going to get you to heaven, God bless you.
Mm-hmm.
I hope to see you there.
Right.
But I might not.
That's true. Well, who knows where we go, right?
Yeah.
Who really knows?
I got a theory. I believe that.
Hold on. Before we get into that theory. And again, we are back. We are back live and direct. But that was really fascinating about the story. Waking up and, you know, the officer, the priest. Just overall, man, you've had a really, like, fascinating life.
Again, I hate to be all religious about it, but I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for God. There's a plan, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I think God has a plan for me, and then a lot of times there's friends that know me, real close friends, and you become one of my closest people. I tell them, like, why am I here? I know I'm here for a reason. And I think I have an idea. But if I say it out loud, it might not come to fruition, even though if it's going on right now, but I have an idea now.
Mm-hmm.
So now I feel like I gotta continue. I gotta make this happen. So anybody that comes in my life right now that's new, it's very rare, but I feel like they have a purpose, and I have a team around me, and I think we're gonna be doing big things. I really do.
I feel like that too, man. I really feel like now that we're kind of puzzle piecing together, like things are gonna be working out how they should have been. You know, because you said it. You've always said it, where everybody needs to play their part.
Yeah, that's
we're all getting. You know, we have our parts now. So now we're just.
Everybody got a job.
Yeah.
Everybody got a job, and we all got to play our own positions. And you know what? It's not about like, oh, that we're gonna blow up and do some shit like that.
Yeah.
No, it's not about that. It's about growth as individuals, and certain things might happen on the way there. We never know. But I do believe that, man, there's just so much talent around us that it's ridiculous.
But you know what's crazy?
So much talent.
There's so much talent, but isn't there so much money around us too? So much opportunity, so much possibility.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
We all can get some.
Hey, we can make money and have fun too.
You know
Being
what I'm saying?
broke sucks. Fuck broke.
That shit hurts. that shit hurts. Broke hurts, man.
Shit.
Paycheck to paycheck
Just
hurts.
like truth hurts, broke hurts.
Dude,
And
paycheck to paycheck hurts.
You know what? I read a statistic. It said that most Americans, they're 2 paychecks away from being homeless.
Yeah, I don't disagree.
Fuck that. You know, I've slept. I remember once when I was, I don't know, like 17 or some shit. I got my first car. I remember I got my first apartment at 19. And I'll never forget when I got evicted because I would always bring all the homies. Guess what? You're the homie when you have a place where everybody can come to. You're the homie when they got money that they can use from you. You're the homie when you're the one with the ride. You're the homie if you're the one that brings the chicks.
Mm-hmm.
But guess what? You're no longer the homie when you ain't got none of that. So fuck them motherfuckers, man. You gotta learn that, like, you gotta know who to cut off.
Dude, that's facts, man.
I learned that the hard way, dude. I remember I used to have all the homies at the pad when I was 19. I used to live in San Fernando Valley in Canoga Park. Fuck Canoga. And I still remember when I got evicted and shit. And then after that, I'm like, I had all my shit in my car, and then I had no homies. That's
Dude.
when I knew, fuck them. Motherfuckers ain't the homies.
Not always, but I learned later in life, people are lessons and blessings. Lessons and
Facts.
blessings.
They are.
You know what I mean?
Either you're a lesson or you're a blessing. There's no in between.
Yeah. And unfortunately now, a lot of these friendships, or like we were saying earlier, acquaintances, it's all transactional. What can I get from you to be your
Sad.
friend?
Sad.
What can
That's
you,
not a real friend.
What can you give me to be your friend?
That's not a friend.
Exactly.
That's not a friend.
Exactly.
That's not even an acquaintance. That's a motherfucker I don't even want to be around.
And it took me a while to realize that.
That's why I love our team.
You know what I'm saying? Because
Real
we don't want
shit.
nothing from each other. Just
Nothing.
we just want to be there for each
Yep.
other. We want to see each other win. We want to push everybody up and uplift each other. You know what I mean?
The great part is that everybody brings something to the table.
Yes.
Name
Everybody plays
somebody
a
that
role.
we hang out with that doesn't bring something to the table.
That's facts. That's facts, though. You know, and a lot of people aren't like that nowadays. A lot of people, like I said, it's transactional.
Why do you think?
Because of social media.
Do you think social media is you know how everybody's waiting? Oh, I got one for you. You know how everybody's waiting for the Antichrist?
Mm-hmm.
How about if the Antichrist is not in the individual? It is
Technology.
AI
Oh,
and
shit. Oh, it's
technology.
I would have to say I need to brush up more on the exact definition of Antichrist. On
Well,
what it really represents, and then do
let's
some
Google
research.
that motherfucker right now.
Do some research on
Well, they say like
technology and the relation, and then I can give you a formed opinion. Off the top of my head, I can't tell you that I think it relates or doesn't relate.
Well, apparently, in layman's term, the Antichrist is somebody that's going to pretend to help out humanity and then trick some, and then it's really the devil at the end.
Well,
So
I mean,
it's-
okay, so
Because
hearing
technology did come like initially looking like it's going to be the savior.
Mhm.
But in reality, look at the kids. They're all fucking stuck. Like even us adults, everybody's stuck on social media. Like on the fact that we're doing this podcast.
So I feel like it's like a double-edged sword then, because
The
technology,
gift and the curse.
yeah, because when technology is used and that newborn gets that transplant and
Yes.
survives,
Of course.
you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Mr. Beast is doing his philanthropy and is able to broadcast his stuff and fucking like put pressure on all these other rich people to start, helping out these, third world places. And
here's the devil's advocate, that kid that's getting bullied online and commit suicide.
Yeah, exactly. So it's hard to say yes and it's hard to say no because there's so many, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Back and forth,
True.
I see technology, and when I see that it's...
Where do you see technology 10 years from now?
10 years from now, I see technology like that movie I, Robot.
All right.
Or close to it, where people have robots working in their house.
At home.
Like you walk into the room and a sensor's reading you. And
So what do you think it's going to happen for the working man? Do you think we're going to become richer because of it? Okay, how would you feel if your government told you this? You don't have to work, but you got to give everything to them. Like you surrender yourself to your government, but they'll give you $150,000 a year.
It's like joining the military, no?
$150,000 a year, somewhere to live, but they got to tell you what to do.
Nah.
But you ain't got to work.
Nah.
You got to find a hobby because now you have an AI robot like Amazon, right? I'm thinking Amazon people out there, I wonder how it is robots taking over your jobs. Because even McDonald's, they even had the, when you ordered, it was the AI.
Yeah, all right, so what they don't tell you about stuff like that too, what happens when that McDonald's starts malfunctioning?
Simple glitch.
A human goes in there to fix it.
Of course.
At the warehouse I work at, it's supposed to be automated. Oh, it's a new facility. It's automated. It
keeps fucking up.
And there's no AI fixing it. There's no machines that repair. Humans are paid to go and refix the automated machines that are supposed to be making life easier. So as much as they say AI is advanced and technology is going to be replacing jobs, which it will eventually. Mm-hmm. Eventually, it will. Not for a while though. We still need the humans to fix where those machines are fucking up.
It'll be our kids.
I believe so. Yeah, a couple generations.
Yep, I think we're one generation.
But like,
okay,
what
do you?
10 years though? 10 years, a robot in the house.
Oh, blinking of an eye. Where do you see yourself in 20 years? How old are you right now?
36.
All right. So, you'll be my age. Where do you see yourself? At my age.
In 20 years?
You'll be my... you're 36, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay. Maybe not my age, but I try to make myself like a little older, right?
All right. So, but
you'll be close to 60. What does Marc the franchise picture himself in his 60s?
In my 60s, I'm already behind the scenes of the music. I'm like with the whole podcasting and stuff. We have our own team.
Podcast number 3025.
You know what I'm saying? But we either have our own network by that time, or we have our own like branch. You know, does that make sense? Like we're not just, we're
like a Joe Rogan, like
we're our own entity basically.
Niche.
And I don't work, but I have these hobbies, the podcast, behind the scenes stuff, to where we're already living
financing. Because you got to make money somehow.
But we're already financially set, but we have all this extra income. So we're comfortable. The team, not just me, the whole team.
I'd be close to dying at that point, right? At that point, I'm like, all right,
you know what I mean? But like,
I'm gonna have to distribute my wealth is, wealth is. That's not a real word, wealth.
But that's what I see. You know, I see that compound coming to fruition.
I'm serious about that. There's a friend that told me about that. Her name is Dinarski. She lived in a compound in St. Louis. And I always thought that's the shit. Mm-hmm. Like you have your own community. Mm-hmm. Your own community. let's say we build our own energy as far as electricity. Tesla was onto something. What do you think about Tesla?
You know what? I don't know.
Not the car.
Not the car, the dude. Yeah,
Yes.
I don't know too much history about
Well,
him.
trip out on this.
I know he was the one who invented electricity. It
Can I
wasn't,
tell you something about that guy?
Mhm.
When he this is all you gotta know about him. When he died, the FBI went into his room because he died in broke man, because the other individual, his name was Thomas Edison, and his was AC/DC, and Tesla wanted free energy. Picture Wi-Fi for electricity, right? So he wanted to build these towers. So there's J.P. Morgan that was funding both of them, but Tesla was not going to make him money because electricity was going to be for
free.
everyone. However, Thomas Edison, he had AC/DC, and he needs all these, like, you know, what we see now, the poles with, because he was charging. So he took off the funding from Tesla. So his tower went down and everything. So this motherfucker dies broke, lonely in this New York apartment. Don't take it word by word, but I'm giving you the
gist of it.
Trip out on this. The FBI goes and gets all his writings. From all his writings, you get patents for the telegraph, for Wi-Fi. They just got all these fucking patents, and then they can walkie-talkie. So they got all his fucking technology, and the U.S. government kept it and withheld all this technology. And apparently he had a death ray. He had all kinds of shit.
No shit.
Yeah, time machine. Like we're getting cuckoo at this point. But how about if half is right?
Yeah.
What if just 2 things are right?
Yeah.
Just tells you the government, even though we like you, fucking up.
They're onto something, right? They knew and they kept it. Yeah. No, I've always believed that the government. We love the government. We love you guys.
That's right. I love paying my taxes every year.
Love
$5,200. Fuck you.
Love what you charge, and But I've always felt like they're not what you see. That it's always a facade. That it's always like it's like what's the word I'm looking? It's like not shallow. It's like there's a phrase where it's like you look at something and it's like it's not as deep as you think it is, but when you go into it, it's fucking like. I can't think of it right now, but like basically, like if I see them as a picture, they're not just a picture. It's fucking a mile long behind.
There's so much to it.
You know what I mean?
There's a word.
Yeah.
You know, like once the podcast is over, when it ends, we're gonna be like, oh,
that's the word.
Yeah. No, but it's true. And on that note, I appreciate you having me.
I appreciate you being on, my brother. I appreciate this talk. I appreciate you giving me your time. I know we usually just chop it up when we chop it up, but like on camera is nice too, you know?
Yeah,
so
it's a little different.
It's cool, you know?
It's a little different.
For those of you guys that don't know, this is another member of the Hold My Shirt podcast crew. You guys already met Chris. You already met Rhino, my head of security. This is my legal team. This is my buddy, my boy, Rone, 213 Rone, Big Meg in the house.
Believe it or not.
And we still got another brother to bring on. That's the 4th member that completes our team for the Hold My Shirt podcast crew. You'll be seeing that coming up in the near future as well, so you guys stay tuned. But my brother, man, this was a good talk.
It was good.
It was good times, huh?
It was good, like
I
always.
appreciate it.
We're going to continue right now. We're going to keep chopping it up.
Thank you guys for tuning in thus far. Before I get you out of here, though, do you want to shout out your Instagram for any type of followers or anything like that?
Well, no, just 213 Rone IG. That's about it. Oh, you know what? I want to talk about homie Crystal. I didn't bring her up earlier. Get at Crystal. She's a badass tattoo artist. Then you got to get at the homie Alex, SS Customs, I believe. He does shoes.
He gets fucking down, dude.
He does shoes.
He gets down. Hell yeah.
You know, and then the homie Milk, he's just tattooing. JP Arts, don't think we forgot you, Julio.
Yeah,
you know,
Milk's Instagram is coming too. It's under construction right now for the tattoos.
you know, and then as always, top 5 dead or alive, Marc the franchise. Don't you fucking forget it. God damn it.
I appreciate that.
We out up in this motherfucker.
I am Marc the franchise. This is Big Mig 213 Rone. This has been another episode of In House Convos. Thank you guys for tuning in. But motherfuckers, we are out.
Yeah.